New game. Story mode.
In story mode, you're playing the game for fun. Work together to solve the crime and play the story you want to see.
What I can do is live, baby. We live. 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 All right, here we go. Let's get this started.
Yep, let's get it started.
How well do you know your friends? Choose wisely. Life and death decisions will be in their hands. Choose wisely. Who do you think is coolest under pressure?
I keep saying we
Swipe
live, baby.
left
We
and right
live
to
in the
shuffle through the
background.
cards. Swipe up on the one you want to play.
I keep saying we live, baby. We live in the background.
Swipe up on the one you want to play.
All right.
Every choice you make changes your future.
Hold on 1 second. I'm pause the game so everybody chill just a second. I'm about to share this real quick. Oh, let's say I'm disconnected, but I'm not. Say I'm disconnected, but I'm not. We here. We live. Gonna get ready to start this up. Just want to send a link to one more person. Alright. We still here.
Still here.
Waiting on me. Just sitting
I
up.
want to eat those fishy. I want to eat those fishy.
Okay. Go ahead.
Alright. I know it sounds disconnected, but I'm back connected, baby. This is an addictive game right here. You know what? It erased all our stuff from earlier.
Oh, sure did.
I should have hit continue instead of override.
It's all empty.
Starting from scratch. Trying to make it to the end. We're just trying to survive. Not be like this guy. Sorry, spoiler. Y'all could have saw that coming.
Here we go.
Any cars in the vicinity of 535 Meeker, 1031, possible hostage situation. Extreme caution advised. Suspect description matches the trapper.
Gotta get the trapper. Gotta get the trapper.
Yep. That's our goal.
You ready for this?
Of course I'm ready.
Nice and easy. Textbook college.
Yep.
Let's play.
Vote for choices by moving your pointer inside the box. You must have a majority vote to progress the game. Play a takeover card to lock out your friends and seize control of a choice. You'll start with just one card. Earn more by completing searches and QuickTime events. For this choice, you can use your takeover for free. Why don't you give it a go? Just tap the takeover button during a choice to take control.
I'm thinking we walk right through the front door. Catch him off guard.
Got it. Keep the lights on.
Go right in through the front door. We're gonna kick it though.
Please!
We gonna stick together or split up?
We can stick together on this one.
Use your pointer to hit the target before the timer runs out. Whoever hits it first wins a takeover.
Quick fingers on this game. She's a little quicker.
I
than
got
me,
that
y'all can
one.
see. A little quicker than me. All this money I done paid for this cell phone, it ain't no quicker than this.
What do you think?
Maybe it's the user. Stick
I
together.
have a bad feeling about this. Let's stick together.
Hey, we're coming for a noise complaint.
Who is this guy?
Mousetrap.
Hands up now!
To shoot, everyone must move their pointer onto the target. Think before you shoot. You do not have to open fire.
You hear that?
You ain't gotta shoot.
Hands behind your head, no sudden moves.
No such moves, buddy. I'm gonna just put this right here just in case you decide to try anything.
I
will shoot.
Don't shoot!
Hey! Don't test my aim, fucker!
I am not gonna hurt her.
Please help me, please get me out of here.
Hands up.
Hands up! Hands up! I'm not gonna say it again!
That was the one we didn't do last time.
Okay. This decision is down to the friend you chose as coolest under pressure.
And it changed, you know, on that part.
You gotta decide this.
Let's see.
It's not worth it. It's over.
Ripple event updated. Something was updated.
The hunt for the Trapper came to a dramatic end tonight as police from the 3rd Precinct arrested their primary suspect, Jonathan Finn. Finn is wanted in connection with a string of grisly murders that has gripped the city and claimed the lives of first response police officers. More on the story as it develops.
Ladies and gentlemen, the accused, Jonathan Finn, is guilty. Of that, there's no doubt. Your job is simply to determine how he is punished. This man, the so-called Trapper Killer, has terrorized our community with his brutal murder spree. Booby-trapping his victims so our brave first responders became victims themselves. These innocent people were targeted for no other reason than to play out Jonathan Finn's sick game. Jonathan Finn has confessed to every single one of these crimes. I ask that the court consider Jonathan Finn's voluntary confession of his crimes. He has spared the victims' families a prolonged trial, and in doing so, has demonstrated a glimmer of remorse. Therefore, it is my recommendation that Jonathan Finn be spared the death penalty and instead sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole. Thank you.
Jonathan Finn, you have committed crimes of such a depraved nature that this court has no alternative but to sentence you to death by lethal injection. This court is adjourned.
I want to turn that down.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Cutting out some background noise.
Can you hear that? No.
Who do you think is the most trusting? You couldn't decide on this one. No single player came out on top. Tap the logbook button on your app to read plot updates, view character biographies, and check the major ripple events affecting your story.
You know, it's whenever we split it, always tell me to decide.
I am Ray Weaver, and this is The Crawl. Let's kick it off tonight with our very own homegrown villain, Johnny Finn, the Trapper. Sucker's been on death row for 5 whole years. Mr. Trapper's only got 48 hours left on our big blue marble, so I thought, hey, did you know one of the victims? Phones are open. Caller 1, you're on.
Hey, so, well, yeah, man, I mean, in my point of view, like, they can't fry this son of a bitch hard enough, you know? So he got messed up as a kid. That's no excuse to take it out on our finest boys in blue.
I hear you, but it ain't like our cops got the finest reputation, you know? Look at Marnie for one. Promotion to homicide, medal, the works. This gal's on top of the world, and guess what? Turns out she's dirtier than the rest of us down here in the mud. Mishandling evidence, improper conduct, who knows what else?
Damn. Guess you never know who's one of the good ones.
He's talking bad about us on the radio, huh?
They don't even care.
Pretty nice for a cop car.
Morning, everyone. Caught another pair of John Does this weekend. We're quickly racking up red names on this board, and I gotta tell you, unsolved cases don't exactly uphold the reputation we've built here at this precinct.
Just put Marty the Magician on the case. I hear she's got a knack for making things disappear.
Son of a bitch.
Detective Calvary, I pretend you didn't just say that. You're dismissed.
Hey, Becky. Ignore him.
Calvary?
Everyone knows he only reported you because you're the biggest target.
Glad to know my accomplishments have earned me something.
You doing okay?
No. No, not really. I feel like it's some big cosmic joke that Dick has my future in his sweaty little hands.
I know it feels like that, but they got nothing. So just lay low, keep a wide berth of cavalry. It'll blow over.
Yeah, thanks. Just gotta keep telling myself that.
Detective Marnie, can we have a word in my office? Look, Marnie, I'm not supposed to comment on an ongoing internal affairs investigation, but if it starts affecting my best detective...
I'm sorry, sir.
Hey, don't apologize. You're a good cop. I have no doubt you didn't do anything to compromise the crime scene intentionally. The facts will speak for themselves.
Thank you for believing in me, sir.
You know, it sometimes feels like we don't have a choice in these things, but you do. You got me?
Yes, of course.
I want to believe that. But I know the trapper's set for execution in 48 hours. It's a heavy load. Knowing you send someone to death row, I don't want you to be distracted.
Knowing Jonathan Finn's about to make his exit is what gets me up in the morning, sir.
Better than a cup of coffee.
Got your message. Heading to see your client now.
Sorry I couldn't make it back to town.
I'm not crazy about meeting Finn without his attorney present.
I know. Thank you for talking to him so quickly.
Well, he doesn't have much time left, does he?
No, he doesn't.
You want to give me a little preview?
He'd be kind of a tough nut to crack. Be strategic.
Great. Any tips?
You need to get him to talk about Adam Jones.
Who's Adam Jones?
Better you hear it from him. You got a plan?
I know how to get what I need. Call you after. Your attorney says you've got something you want to share with me? You've got 5 minutes. Piss around and I'm out of here.
Miss Graves, I did not kill anybody. I used to blame God for what happened.
At Las Palmas? The orphanage?
We were just kids. We trusted them. But I've forgiven them now. God teaches us to forgive.
You can't forgive your abusers once you've put them in the ground. Forgiveness doesn't work like that.
I didn't kill anyone!
Finn, calm down.
Calm? I'm about to fucking die! And nobody will know the truth.
What do you mean? What truth?
I'm gonna die a liar. A dirty sinner liar.
Truth about what?
The confession, the murders, everything!
Oh, so now you didn't kill them? The chaplain, the orderly? Then who did? Adam Jones?
Adam was my friend at the orphanage. Things we'd been through together, who could blame him for killing them?
I'm listening, but you have to give me more to go on.
Adam and I, we've seen some shit together. Makes you close. Adam escaped, and I found drugs. I was high from the moment I got out of there. And a couple of years later, a couple of centuries, hell if I know, Adam tracks me down online. And he keeps writing me and bringing up all that old shit from the orphanage. He says he knows exactly how to make him pay. So we made an arrangement. I rat myself out, I take the heat off him, spend a couple of months in the clink, and then wham! Trapper strikes again. Can't be me, because I'm in here. Makes sense, right?
Pretty convenient.
Convenient? Convenient is Father Raminsky running an orphanage. Fox in a henhouse. You have no idea what it was like in there. The playroom. Well, that's what he called it, but I think he was the only one who was having any fun in there. Cops never found it?
No.
Well, you can go see for yourself.
I'm not even sure if the orphanage is still standing. So where is he?
Adam? Now? No idea.
How can we find him? Gotta start someplace.
I got a place.
Where?
It's not, It's better if I draw you a map.
Stop. Finn, stay back.
I just want to talk.
You'll talk from sitting down before you get up.
Right.
Ah! God damn it! Ah! God, my face! Hey, hey! Settle down. Hey, take it easy.
Right down, sir.
How'd it go?
How do you think?
I got a report back on Adam Jones. He was at Las Palmas same time as my client, but he died in the same fire that closed it for good.
Lana, your client just tried to assault me, okay? He's dangerous. If you're looking to get him out of here, it's not gonna happen. Ever.
Jesus. I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Look, that's not what I'm after.
Then why bring me out here?
If you tell the judge about Adam Jones, maybe he'll grant Finn a temporary release and help the cops track down Jones.
Lana, it's too late.
It could lead to an appeal.
All we're doing is delaying the inevitable.
Adam Jones is reasonable doubt, Felicity.
I never wanted the death sentence, but I just don't think this is enough to stop it from happening.
Finn is not a good man, but he is not the Trapper. And if he dies, the Trapper is still out there.
Yeah. You're right. Let's take it to Judge Vanstone, see what happens.
Thank you, Felicity.
Don't thank me yet.
Who is the most persuasive in an argument?
All right, Steph, you got the persuasive questions.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for seeing me so quickly.
Miss Petty already filled me in on this whole Adam Jones business.
Yes, sir. I just spoke with Mr. Finn.
Now, in my experience, you light a candle under a man's ass, you can fly a balloon out of his mouth.
Sir?
Are you buying his story?
I have doubts, but we do have a record of an Adam Jones at the orphanage. Same time as Finn.
Has anyone spoken to Jones?
He's been presumed dead for years.
That's quite a stretch, don't you think? Well, even if Jones exists, how can you be sure Finn can track him down?
I'm not sure what the truth is, but I know it's out there, and we need time to find it.
Apparently, you need to release a convicted serial killer to find it.
Just long enough to lead the police to Adam Jones.
You're full of surprises, Miss Graves. Well, if you were in my position, what would you do?
Only the friend you voted as most persuasive can make this choice.
Mm-hmm. Yep, me at C.
I think that he can help us. If you grant Finn a single-day release under armed guard, we may save an innocent man from wrongful execution.
I see. All right, Miss Graves. I'm going to grant Jonathan Finn a temporary release into police custody. But only for 3 hours, no more.
Thank you.
That's probably all
Hey,
we need.
Lana, you're not gonna believe this.
He actually went for it?
Surprised the heck out of me.
Wow. Nice work, Felicity.
Don't call me that. I'm gonna head over to Homicide and let him know.
Good call. And Felicity, thank you.
Don't thank me yet.
Don't try nothing funny when you out either. You only got 3 hours, buddy.
Outrageous. Case against Finn was air goddamn tight. Nailed him with a hostage, for Christ's sake. Had to be one hell of a tale for you to go and spin the judge's head around.
I'm just doing my job, Detective Calvary. I try not to miss things that might be important. I know that's sort of a foreign concept around here.
I'm not gonna punch a DA. Not a lady one, at least.
Who exactly was Adam Jones? Did he come up at all during the investigation?
Uh-huh. There was an Adam Jones at the orphanage. But you know what? Sorry fucker was killed in the fire that shut the place down. So the story kind of ends there.
Finn's got impeccable timing. You don't think he's full of it?
I'm just covering every possibility. And Judge wants this thing airtight. Double airtight. He's granting a temporary release into police custody to help find Adam Jones. Finn tells me Rominsky had a secret room at the orphanage. Called it the playroom. It's where he held his extracurricular activities. Does that sound familiar?
I'd remember something like that. That didn't come out in the report.
I was wondering, Mr. Hillary, so when you analyzed the bodies of the Trapper's victims, did you find anything that might suggest there could be another suspect?
Gosh, that was 5 years ago. I don't think so.
So no reason to suspect anyone but Finn?
I do recall only, submitting a partial analysis of the evidence because Mr. Finn confessed, so it seemed open and shut.
So there was more evidence left to analyze?
Well, yeah, trace signatures.
Do you have access to all that data?
Now just hold on a goddamn second. How can you even entertain the idea of letting this scumbag out of his cell? Finn had motive. He went through hell at Las Palmas. He hated the police. We even found his hair at another crime scene.
The RV park, right? That was the social worker? And, Detective Marnie, would you mind walking me through that night again?
I'll walk you through it in 2 words. Missed opportunity. Could have had Finn in handcuffs right then and there.
Go this way this time.
I think I'd like to hear from Detective Marnie, if you don't mind.
Sure. Catherine Hope was a social worker at Las Palmas Orphanage. We didn't know Finn had her.
Who would you describe as the bravest person amongst you?
Uh-oh. Home of the brave, baby.
We got a 10-8 at Hog Haven Trailer Park out by the highway. A break-in in progress. I was closest to the scene, so I went solo.
Going to the break-in.
Should have been a piece of cake, but that night everyone was on pins and needles because the trapper was raising Cain. And any one of us could have been next.
Search it.
When should I enter the trailer or just search the area again?
You want to check outside first or going in?
Search the area again.
Something.
You know what? Should have entered this time because remember the dog bark. I don't know if that's gonna throw it off.
Oh, right.
Maybe that's not like.
This is 609.
Maybe that don't affect the ripple.
Open exit on the highway.
Well, I
No
don't know
park.
if this one.
Gonna make an entry to the trailer.
Haven't just entered the trailer.
609 acknowledged. Caution advised.
Maybe the next time. If there is a next time.
Right.
Search for the clues shown at the top of the screen. When you spot them, use your pointer to highlight them before the timer runs out. You'll win a takeover for every clue found. These clues could help you in the future, so try to find them all.
Alright, get these clues, baby. I think I'll go right there. Anything back up there?
Shoes.
Find anything yet?
Oh.
Did we get the wire cutters?
Did I get the shoes? Looked like the shoes was down near the bag. Did we get all three or just two?
I think we just got two. I didn't see no shoes.
Help me. Please.
Okay. Just keep quiet. Who did this to you?
I was in the bar. I don't know. I woke up here. Oh, God. Please, help me. Please. What's happening?
It's 18 seconds. We ain't got time to talk about it.
Only the
baby.
friend you chose as the bravest can make this choice.
Okay, I'm gonna remove the timer. Oh, crap.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Get me out of there. Ah!
Shh, calm down, please.
Hurry.
Find that.
Right. Come on, 18 seconds.
Oh, shit.
Well, at least we only had one casualty that night.
Not that it did a lot of good. Social worker was killed in a hit and run a few weeks later.
It wasn't the kind of thing I'm eager to repeat.
Finn must have seen you coming. Got out before finishing the job.
Yeah, split so quick he left his gear behind.
It was very brave of you to go in there alone.
I was, just doing my job.
And, how did you link Finn to the scene?
I discovered that Mr. Finn had left a hair at the scene. We ran the DNA through our criminal database, and he came up as the match.
He was already in the system.
Finn had been in and out of the station so many times he practically had a door with his name on it. When we got the tip that he'd been spotted at a squat, he just happened to be driving by.
Shit just seems to fall on your lap, Detective.
At least I caught him.
That's us, watch your feet.
Oh, Mama Bear's got a temper. Watch out.
Okay, let's ease up on the pissing contest, all right? Let's at least try to pretend to work together.
I'm sorry. Last I checked, this was my case. And I got my guy convicted. Who the fuck are you to question my competency?
I'm a district attorney. Are you finished?
The Trapper case shook everyone up. I think we've poured enough salt in all our own wounds for one night.
Sergeant.
I think that about covers it. Anything else we can help you with?
Do you have Adam Jones's forensics records on file?
Well, not from his death.
Were there samples taken when he was placed in the orphanage?
Yes, most likely.
Would it be possible to pull those records and run them against evidence found at the Trapper's crime scene?
Are you shitting me? You're wasting the time of this entire division, you understand? I got a better idea. We let that psycho die on the table.
Calvary, stop. We'll have Mr. Hillary look into it. Let you know if we find anything.
Thank you.
Hey, Graves.
Yeah?
I just wanted to say that...
Calvary's a dick.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You were really helpful. Oh, hey, what are you doing tonight?
What?
I've got a huge stack of files at my apartment. Not gonna be able to get through it on my own.
Okay, sure. I can help you with that.
Perfect. Call me.
Which one of your friends keeps calm when emotions are running high?
Guess that'll be me. Calm, cool, collective. Like a lucky Libra. Except for when the Cowboys lose like they did today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got pretty
you
bad.
You were out of there.
Yep. Found one at each of his crime scenes. Some kind of messed up calling card.
I had no idea.
We managed to keep it out of the press. Target number 1, Rupert Walsh, the Undertaker. After he killed him, the Trapper rigged a shotgun to the motel door, and the officer who got the call took it in the chest. Simple, but messy. Not a guarantee he killed the responder.
Was there anything more on the victim? I mean, he's the only one without a connection to Las Palmas, just a local gin hound.
Finn called it a dry run with a wet noodle. I guess that was his idea of some kind of sick joke. But then again, if he's not the Trapper, God damn it. This case is just the gift that keeps on giving.
Ricky, do you want to take a break?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just This was all ancient history. And staring at these files again, Finn's execution coming up, I don't know, it's been hard to sleep with this shit just running through my head.
Well, the good news is it'll all be over before you know it.
Yeah, you're right. Second target, nasty piece of work.
Oh, this is the one that would beat the kids till you couldn't recognize them.
LeMay. Orderly at Las Palmas. A couple years before the orphanage, narcotics had a file on him a mile wide.
But they couldn't get anything to stick.
Slippery son of a bitch. The trapper left his body in a pitch-black room, rigged the light fixture with C4. The cop who showed up flipped the light switch and let there be light.
He's definitely elevating here. I mean, his first real kill, more sophisticated, but he wasn't satisfied.
Third target, Father Rominsky, leader of the pack. Chaplain at Las Palmas and the man behind the abuse.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. The trapper knocked him out, cut him open, and rigged him up with explosives to blow if he moved. We got a tape of the whole thing a few days later. The sick fucker made Rominsky kneel in prayer for hours, confessing his sins. When he got what he wanted, he called Sergeant Teller.
Did you know the other two cops?
That was my precinct.
So, all three of them, and you, a first responder in the botched attempt, all from the 3rd precinct?
The murders were in our district.
How well did you know the other two? I mean, how well did you know the other first responders?
Enough to know that I didn't like them much. I got out of there as soon as possible.
What if the first victims in each incident were just a smokescreen, and the real target was the 3rd precinct?
Interesting.
Yeah?
These 3 cops, they weren't exactly best of the boys in blue.
How so?
3rd precinct had problems. Of chemical variety.
They were using?
Yeah, and then some.
I'm surprised this never came up in the investigation.
I'm not. Anyways, you might have something.
What's up with you and Calvary?
No, there's a guy who's got it coming.
You couldn't even cut that tension with a chainsaw.
Calvary's just gotta stick up his ass.
Why is that?
Well, for starters, I'm the one who nabbed the trapper, not him. He can't stand it.
Okay, he's had some time to get over that.
Yeah, you'd think. But he keeps messing with me.
How so?
Just because I'm good at my job, I have a target on my back.
I'm sure that's not true.
Yeah, easy for you to say. My dad's not around to fight my battles for me.
No one has it easy in this town. Okay?
Story change. See what changed? I ain't gonna say it, but you saw what changed. With her dad.
This is 125 at the 1016. Make an entry.
125 acknowledged. Caution advised.
On the other one, remember, should say he.
Mm-hmm.
This is the police. Anyone here?
On her first day on the job, first week on the job. It's a trip how the story changes throughout the game.
Oh, dear God. Sir, can you hear me?
Hey, what's going on?
We got a problem.
What?
Victim's a cop.
What? What happened?
I was still trying to put that together. Call came in and there was a body. Responder showed up, body was rigged. Trapper style.
Police? Who? How?
It's cavalry.
What? No, that doesn't that's ridiculous.
They're still sorting through the mess. Becky.
Oh my God.
Calvin's out of there.
Big time.
Excuse me, would you please stay clear of my working area? Thank you.
From what we can piece together, it seems like Calvary brought a prostitute.
God.
Brought her back here where, you know.
Track her down?
Only got a partial description. 20s, brunette.
Great.
Calvary put a whole clip in that wall, then hit one thing. Only blood here's his. And some Montesinos.
The responder?
Calvary's body was rigged. Traps.
Fuck.
Here we go again.
That's a whole clip. If someone cut his throat from behind, then why would he fire this way? And if they did it from the front, why would he miss? Oh, God. It's really him.
Anything?
Nothing useful.
She was that side looking.
Becky, I'm sorry, but I have to ask you this. Where were you last night?
Only the friend who keeps calm can make this choice.
I spent the night, or the evening, with Felicity Graves. Going over files.
All night?
Yeah? So?
Shit.
What?
You need to be very, very careful how you handle this.
Why?
You gotta make sure you account for all your whereabouts. Everyone knows how you and Calvary felt about each other.
Tom.
You have to be careful.
Do you really think I could do something like this? Listen to yourself.
I'm not accusing you.
Oh no, but it's the first thing that pops up in there.
You can't blow up. You know what this looks like. Be smart.
This isn't happening.
I wish it wasn't.
I hated that fucker, but I would never do something like this.
I believe you.
You shouldn't have to believe me.
That's the end of part 1. Check the logbook, fix yourself a drink, and hit the box when you're ready to move on.
Getting pretty interesting.
Yep. Take me a squig of water. This is getting real. Trapper style, trapper style.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, backtrack, go over everything that happened in part 1. Episode 1.
I told him I was at Felicity house. Why he ain't believe me, I don't know.
Talking about the
I need to
bad
know my
blood you
word,
had
right?
with Calvary. So, of course, they thinking it's you. Us.
Yeah, he's talking about I need to have. I got an alibi. I was at Calvary's house. Wasn't me.
Right.
And now, part 2 of Hidden Agenda.
Part 2, baby.
Got some rain.
Who do you think is the most loyal?
Alright. Gotta make them love decisions, yeah.
I got it.
Hey, Simon, how you holding up?
Hanging in there.
A lot of extra work whenever there's a freak on the loose, I guess.
Okay, guys, settle down. Listen up. Hey, listen up. We lost a cop today. Another one won't be returning to active duty. And it could have been even worse. I know it's going to be tough on all of us. No one here ever thought we'd see the day that Jack Cavalry went down for the count. Well, let's be blunt, he wasn't the kind to catch his flies with sugar. But he was one of us. And this atrocity cannot stand.
Alright.
And what about the bomb, sir? Was it intended to kill us?
We got lucky. The blast exploded outward from the bodies, so when Hillary moved Cavalry, the bulk of the force hit the wall.
I'm grateful I still have my hands.
Yeah, me too. Montesinos, not so lucky.
So you really think this is the Trapper?
Could be this Adam character. Could be the hooker. Until we have reason to believe otherwise, we are treating this as a Trapper copycat. It's entirely possible that Jonathan Finn is somehow pulling the strings from behind bars. We have District Attorney Felicity Graves here to help with the investigation. She is familiar with the Trapper's MO. She's here to help. Please extend her every courtesy. One more thing. District Attorney Felicity Graves has negotiated to have Jonathan Finn temporarily released into our custody.
Ah, come on. You believe this?
Hey, I think this might be a valuable lead, and I'm gonna follow it through. Anyone has a problem with that, you know where my office is. Detective Marney, I'm gonna need you to look into Cavalry's old Trapper case files. We're looking for links here, anything we could have missed.
Yeah, sure. Got it.
Okay, time to get moving. Just remember, Jack Cavalry is watching from whatever shithole he ended up in. Let's do him proud.
Hi.
Miss Graves.
How you holding up?
It's tough losing one of the ranks, no matter how it goes down. But thank you for asking. Let you know if we find anything.
They're getting ready to move Finn for his little field trip. I'd like for you to join us.
So would I. If I can get out of the dungeon. So I've been going over it in my head.
What?
You needed an alibi for me at the crime scene. Do you really believe that I had something to do with this?
Becky.
I asked you a question.
Will you let me through, please?
Only the friend who is most loyal can make this choice.
I'm your partner. We have to be honest with each other.
Honest? Fine. Here's honest. Everybody knows about this beef between you and Cavalry. Some of these guys, they don't think you're all there. You've got to start watching out for yourself.
Tom, you're accusing me of murdering a fellow officer.
You had motive. I'm just doing my job.
You're my partner, Tom.
How can I forget?
We're supposed to be on the same side here.
I'm not on your side because I'm your partner. I'm on your side because I'm your friend. And you got more around here than you realize. Why do you think Riggs put you on case review?
He just wants me out of the way.
Maybe. Or maybe he thinks you'll actually find something.
Adam Jones was definitely at Las Palmas, same time as Finn. Allegedly died in the fire that shut the place down. Now, according to Finn, Jones grew up to be the trapper, but how can that be possible? Doesn't make sense.
That's right, the orphanage, or do the first victim. First.
Yeah. See.
Back to the beginning. The Undertaker. The one target Finn had no clear motive to kill. No apparent connection to Las Palmas. Widow claimed to have no idea why Finn would want to kill her husband. Maybe 5 years have given her a fresh perspective. I'm gonna go see if she wants to be chatty.
Who do you think is the most honest?
Alright, Steph. You gotta be the most honest.
No problemo.
Don't lie to this lady.
Yes?
Miss Johnson?
What do you want?
Only the friend who is most honest can make this choice.
I got this.
I'd like to speak to you about your husband.
What are you, a cop? I ain't got nothing to say to you.
The attitude.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. I'm a detective. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions about your husband.
Yeah? Where was y'all when I called at 2 in the morning to get him to stop hitting me? Where was the cops then? Now you got a lot of questions for me. Maybe now I ain't got time for you. All right. You gonna tell me exactly what it is you want to know?
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that your husband treated you like that. Sounds like he had it coming one way or another.
Yeah, one way or another. That all you wanted?
I'd like to know if, your husband ever used the services of a call girl.
What, are you kidding? He suck his pecker in everything from high-priced spreads to gutter cleaners. I gave up keeping score.
Ma'am, have you ever heard of anyone by the name of Adam Jones?
A kid named Adam used to help my husband out sometimes before he lost his undertaking job, but that was a long time ago.
Could this be him? Maybe just grown up a bit?
Well, yeah, could be. Yeah.
Are you sure? Take a good look.
Yep. I say that's him.
Well, thank you for your time, Miss Johnson. This is 609.
Whoa.
In pursuit of an unknown suspect. Average height. Dark hoodie.
She need to learn how to climb walls. Gotta catch him.
Who do you think is the most daring?
The most daring.
Daring Debo. Is the
Marnie,
most daring.
headed to a house at 22 Huffman Road. Meet you there?
Yeah.
Is everything okay?
It looks like Adam Jones may have actually worked for the Undertaker.
Wow.
Far as I can tell, it seems to be after he supposedly died in that fire.
That's huge. So he's real.
There's more. Someone was on my tail.
What? Are you okay?
Yeah, but they bolted the second I made them.
I mean, it could have been nothing. It's not exactly the nicest part of town.
Maybe. I'll see you at the house.
Maybe, but no. Maybe not. 'Cause
South District. Here comes Mr. Finn.
on his little vacation, short vacation.
Do me a favor and just make sure he doesn't try anything.
Oh, he can certainly try. Don't get any ideas.
It's good to see you again.
How are your bracelets?
Well, I can't feel my fingers, if that's what you're asking. You gonna help me out or what?
How's that?
So kind of you.
So is this where Adam came after the orphanage?
This is where Adam grew up.
All clear. Couple squatter nests, but looks like they split.
All right, give us 5. Start the tour, boss.
Right this way.
Let's see where this goes.
This room right in here. This is where Adam slept when he ran away.
Nobody's been here for years, Finn.
Well, I didn't say he'd be here to greet us.
Third clue yet?
No, but we got them all.
We got them all?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So you're saying that this is his, not some squatters?
Squatters wouldn't dare.
What is all this?
Adam's pop was a pest control man.
You don't say.
He was a pretty good one, too.
Traps. Of course.
The one thing Adam got from his dad was a knack for killing vermin.
Detective Marnie, Sarge says it's time to wrap it up.
We found something. Just need a couple more minutes.
How did Adam end up at the orphanage?
Well, Adam's pop would get so blasted he couldn't see a hole in a ladder. Beat his wife senseless if she gave him one crooked look. One night, she loaded up his double-aught, took his head clean off, right in front of Adam.
Trapper's first target, he beat his wife too. The Undertaker. Another drunk.
Judge put her away for life. No parole, no visits from her kid. Guess it don't matter that if she hadn't picked up that shotgun, Pops would have killed them both sooner or later anyway. That's our justice system for you, right?
Murder's murder. It wasn't self-defense.
Maybe how you see it.
Doesn't mean she had the right to kill.
So yeah, Adam was shipped off to Las Palmas. Out of the frying pan into the fire, huh? You wouldn't believe what they did to us in there. Rominsky and that piece of shit orderly. And you know, we tried to fight him the way you're supposed to fight him. We called the cops. 3rd Precinct. And nobody did a goddamn thing. Not even our own social worker. So once Adam got out of that hellhole, he figured out his own way to make them all pay. Those cops, he knew their beat. He timed every murder to the minute. He knew exactly who'd get the call and exactly what was waiting for him. Cops failed, parents failed, system failed. What would you do? You took out the people who hurt us.
What would you do if it happened to you? What would you do if it happened to you? Would you make them pay, or it's not for you to decide? Which one do you think?
It's not for me to decide. That's what a jury's for.
Yeah, so I hear.
Who gave him the right?
You know, I used to think maybe Adam's the only one who can see the world for what it truly is. See past all the bullshit. The evil deeds that lie in the hearts of men.
I'm saying you're going too far.
Oh.
Now I know only God has that gift. It don't matter much now. Once Adam got his man, he retired. And I'm about to pay the price.
His man?
Rominsky. His last victim.
That's not entirely true. Rominsky may not be his last victim.
What?
Detective Calvary was just taken out in a manner very similar to the Trapper's M.O.
Cutting it close, my God.
What?
Nothing, I guess he wasn't finished.
Ah, shit. I need to take this. You gonna be alright?
Only the friend who is most daring can make this choice.
Go.
Hey.
You still think I'm making all this up?
Less and less. But without proof that Adam's still running around.
I can get you proof.
No, you can't.
You're right. Not like this, I can't.
You're nuts.
Look, he's never gonna show his face while I'm on a leash. But on my own, I can draw him out, serve him right up on a silver platter.
Even if you're right, Judge Vanstone wouldn't go for it in a million years.
If he started killing again, he ain't gonna stop. Until he either gets caught or he gets what he wants.
Well, let's hope it's the former.
Then let me help you do it.
Why?
This is penance. Look, there's, something I may have neglected to mention.
Oh, please, enlighten me.
Adam told me that if I were to ever find myself free of incarceration, he'd reach out immediately.
Is that so?
You can make it look like I overpowered you. No one would have to know.
You gotta get your head examined.
It's the only chance you got. And it's my only chance to do one good thing before it's all over. Look at me. I could take you out in a second. Police would buy it. We can make it look real.
Prisoner 75422 is requested to be returned to custody immediately.
This is Officer 732 receiving request. Please stand by for confirmation.
All right, shut up. I don't want to hear another goddamn word. You understand? Hey, you're not going anywhere, cowboy.
He probably would have killed me if I would have let him loose. Yeah. I don't trust you like that. I was helping to kill him.
He waits till the girl leave out the room to try to get loose.
LeMay, orderly at Las Palmas. In and out of the 3rd Precinct lockup for years, but known for his uncanny ability to avoid doing any real time. Seems likely that he knew people on the inside. If the 3rd Precinct cops were the Trapper's targets, well, he connects both worlds. His brother, Vernon LeMay, works in sanitation downtown. I'm gonna pay him a visit.
Let's go see the brother. Let's try to shake him up. Let's get some answers.
Like to have a little chat.
This is 609 in pursuit of suspect. Party made foot bail.
Stay back. Back!
Drop your weapon. Drop your weapon now!
No. You just stay back.
Drop your weapon! I'm not gonna say it again. Okay. I'm just gonna drop my weapon. Okay, see? I only want to talk to you.
God damn it.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say
Can and will be used against me. Story of my life, lady.
Yeah, let's go.
Who do you think has the greatest sense of justice?
Hard question. It's a draw, so I guess you'll decide, Steph.
Ain't looking too good right now, Vernon. I guess low-life numbskull just runs in the family, huh?
What?
Quit dicking me around. This is about your brother. Adam Jones.
Ah.
What can you tell me?
Bro mentioned him once or twice. Said no matter how much he wailed on him, the kid would just look back at him with these big old dead eyes. Just taking it. Bro could do whatever he wanted, no matter how much the bastards complained. Cops weren't gonna touch their golden goose.
Why is that?
You know what? I think my mouth just got tired. I think it's time for my lawyer. I know my rights.
Elaborate.
Want me to spell it out? He supplied. For everyone. Yeah, you're gonna send me up the river? You better make a hell of a lot of extra room.
Why is that?
Because I'm taking half the police department with me.
You wanna keep fucking with me?
Ah, hey!
We're not done yet.
Get this crazy bitch off of me!
Hey, Frankie. He was quite the ladies' man, huh? Always knew how to find a date.
Ah!
A girlfriend. Who was he seeing?
No.
Who was he seeing, numbnuts?
No one, really.
What does that mean?
Well, he met some escort online. Showed me some pics, like, you know, X-rated stuff. Last time I talked to him, he was setting up a date. So what, is that a crime?
Last time I checked. Escort, hookers, again. Maybe there's something there.
Jesus, Becky. Putting on quite a show. I almost had to jump in.
Well, he was holding back. Just had to speak a language that he could understand.
Good call. This stuff about LeMay and the guys in the 3rd Precinct, is that what you were dealing with back then?
Teller was the ringleader over there. Kept his cards close to the chest. But I knew something was up. That's why I left.
You have to tell someone about this.
No reason to dig up the dead just to drag him through the mud.
Yeah, I gotta keep that blue nice and clean, huh?
We have bigger fish now, Tom.
Yep. Gotta get the trapper.
Who do you think is the most cautious?
Thanks.
Detective Marnie?
Be careful.
On my way to see Simon Hillary.
At his house? After hours?
Yeah. I'm really starting to think there's a connection here with the prostitutes and the trapper killings. Hillary might have some forensic evidence we've overlooked.
Go easy on him, all right? He's pretty shook up from the fireworks this morning.
It's just a few questions. It's no big deal.
Detective Marnie. Hello.
I'm sorry to bother you at home.
Please. Come in. I can't believe how close I was to the... I can't even say it yet.
You got lucky.
You're telling me. Just another split second and... My God.
You examined the trapper's rigs last time. How did this match up? Same guy?
Yes, I do believe it's the same trapper.
How can you tell?
Well, the rigging in his nose, I mean, the only way to describe it would be artful, masterful even.
Do you remember the first Trapper murder?
Yes. The Undertaker, was it?
Looks like he had a little date with a hooker the same night of his murder. Just like Calvary. And LeMay, the Las Palmas orderly, he had a date planned with a hooker just before the Trapper got him. That's just too many hookers to be a coincidence.
Huh?
Unless every single man in this town is a John.
Well... Oh.
I'm working on a new theory. It's just a sketch, but I think you can help me.
All right.
Was there anything you found that might point to the killer being a woman?
Well, there was trace evidence, yes. It's possible, certainly.
Is that data still available?
Of course. The records were archived when Finn confessed.
Are you all right?
Sorry? It's this morning. I'm still a little shaken up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. Something's fishy. It's like we've got all these tidy little puzzle pieces, but the picture on the box makes no sense. Feeling like there's a lot more to this than just Jonathan Finn, you know?
I'm not sure I do, Detective.
And now, the Calvary murder, maybe Finn's still a part of it, but what if someone else is pulling the strings?
I'm suddenly feeling very unsafe again.
Finn's Adam Jones apparently survived the orphanage fire. Worked for the Undertaker, Trapper's first Vic. The widow even identified him from a picture.
I'm sorry, I am still feeling very foggy after the explosion.
Only the friend who is most cautious can make this choice.
Sorry, just a moment. I'll get that all cleaned up.
Alright.
My apologies. I'm still a little scattered.
Don't worry about it. Here, let me help you. All right. I've taken up way too much of your time.
It's no bother. Really.
Oh, I know that you didn't get to finish your evaluation at the crime scene. Is there anything that you may have missed?
Well, I don't think so, but this was no typical attack. Whoever Calvary was with, he probably knew them.
Thank you for your time. Okay, that was odd. Simon basically freaked out. And that hoodie. Was he following me at the widow's house? My gut says that he's mixed up with this somehow. Time to do some digging.
Time to do some digging. I did not catch that one. When he joined the police force, I did not catch that.
You know, have some more clues. in this house.
"8:23 p.m., revisiting the crime scene of Detective Jack Calvary's murder. Gonna have a closer look at the bedroom first. It's not that big of a place, but I always have to wonder if the forensic team missed something. Forensics confirmed that the bullets were fired from Calvary's gun.
2.
But why?
You ain't got 2?
Got it. I got 1, you got 1.
Oh.
Hey. Now what is that? Son of a bitch. Gotcha. Okay, now this is just... Huh. Okay, now who's this?
He threw it back on the bed.
Oh my god. That's from the Widows. Dollars to donuts, that's the same hoodie I saw drying over Simon's washing machine. Shit. Wow. Well, I never thought I'd say this, but thank God Calvary was one perverted piece of shit. This is huge.
What's this?
I can explain.
Yeah, well, you damn well better.
I will. I will, just... Could you...
Start talking.
I needed to know.
Know what?
About you.
What were you trying to find out?
I know you and Calvary had issues.
It's putting it mildly.
That's exactly my point. The inquiry?
Jesus Christ. You too?
I have to look at this from every angle, Becky. You know that. Okay, if you wanted Calvary out, then you could have used Finn's confession to pin it on the trapper. That's opportunity and motive.
You're right. And so is this
right
now.
Oh God, please. Please, Becky.
Felicity. Who am I? Who?
I'm sorry.
For you to think that I could do this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's the end of part 2. Hit the box when you're ready to move on.
Plot twist.
Exactly. I'm ready to stop though. I'm tired. But yeah, I was like, we don't remember seeing that, and then for it to turn around and be her, the DA. Oh Lord.
All kind of ways, man.
No, we pretty much had chose. I thought everything we kind of was